One thing that's starting to come around at UCO is school spirit. Here comes Fester. UCO first and 10 at their own 36. Condick back to pass. He hits Ryan Logan on a screen. Logan uses the stiff arm to get past the first defender and is brought down at the 50. Condick again to pass. Scramble. Throwing off the run to tight end Jet Cornett, who makes a beautiful diving catch at the sideline, staying in bounds. 2nd and 5 at the Abilene 26. Handoff to Logan. He'll pick up 15 yards, good for a UCO first down at the 11. Reggie Donner in the game for the first time. Handoff up the middle, but a fumble on the play. Somehow Donner recovered. UCO would capitalize on the next play. Donner over the right guard. Touchdown Broncos, UCO on top 7-0. Next offensive series for the Broncos. Condick back to pass. Todd Barnes makes the catch for UCO. Good for 11 yards and a first down. That opens up some room for the running game. Look at the force behind Reggie Donner. He's no man, he's a machine. Handoff again to Donner, but he's met behind the line of scrimmage by Abilene's Calvin Banks. The Broncos going back to the air. Condick drops, looks, flushes out of the pocket. He sees some cover and runs for it. Condick scrambling 28 yards down to the Abilene 7. He thinks he can run. UCO trying to capitalize. Handoff to Logan up the middle. The Iron Horse fights for 12 yards down to the 15-yard line. 3 plays later, Logan around the outside. He has some room, but Justin Lucas knocks him OB at the 4-yard line. The Broncos have to settle for a field goal. Ronnie Gilligers knocks down the 30-yard tray. Notice you haven't seen any Abilene offensive highlights. That's because of this. The UCO defense playing like a finely tuned engine. Brandon Carter with a nice open field tackle. What's that? You say you want to see some real highlights? Well, hold on, because Johnny Luter is there to deliver the goods. And listen to the fans. Way to stick indeed. Luter knows how to get his team pumped, creating gang tackle defense. Luter, again, playing the only way he knows how, like a madman. Abilene offense getting frustrated, trying to pass. Johnny Jones looked as though he picked it off, but the ref says no good. And speaking of no good, Condick back to pass for the Broncos. Alton Lusk has his man beat, but can't hold on to the football. I'll forgive you, Alton, but I don't think she will. UCO back on D. Abilene's John Frank is sacked for a 3-yard loss, courtesy of Kenneth Riddle and Jason Rempe. Offensively, UCO still trying to establish the passing game they had last week. Condick to Chad Hacker, complete for 9 yards and a UCO first. The Broncos playing all out, just not quite clicking. Condick to pass. Shannon Hall goes up. What an effort, but comes up empty. A nice athletic move nevertheless. Speaking of athletes, here is big jumbo Jet Cornett making the catch. There's the air attack we saw last week. Again, Condick to pass. Scrambles, fires to Todd Barnes. He's money, makes the grab, but time runs out in the second quarter before UCO could call timeout. Second half, Condick back to pass, hits Reggie Donner on a screen. 3 blockers, the man can run. In fact, he'll take it 23 yards to the Abilene 43. Donner, again, handoff up the middle. He's a human bowling ball, folks. Donner around the left end. The slow motion dive, ref says touchdown. UCO leads 16-0. Superfans in the house. Abilene trying everything. The oldest trick in the book, the reverse, but Jason Rempe sniffs it out like the dog he is. It's time to see another truck. Reggie Donner around the left end. When you see him cover the ball, hold on. Donner taking out 2 players. One happened to be his own. Abilene, here is your lesson on how to run the reverse. Alton Lusk with the shuck and spin, good for 29 yards. That sets up this. Ryan Logan run up the middle. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos, up 23-0. It's our favorite time again. Time for a truck. Cody Cox passed to Ryan Vinn, but he didn't ask Johnny Luter. Luter laying the smack down. Back on offense. Handoff to Logan around the outside. Some nice blocking from fullback Wade Griffin. A gain of 21 to the Abilene 44. Condick to pass. He completes to Todd Barnes. He refuses to go down, dragging the defense as if they were small children. Look at the courage of this young man, Todd Barnes. Condick again, this time to Shannon Hall on an 8-yard completion, and that sets up our play of the week. Logan takes the pitch around the outside, and nothing less than hurdling the defender to go in for the touchdown. UCO on top, 30-0. It's time for Buddy Bronco to get his swerve on, as does T. Lee Bell. Get it, all right, and kick. The last big play for UCO, Lance Grayson, Joe Booker coming in for the sack. UCO goes on to take the win, 30-0. Coach Gary Howard after the game.
Today, Abilene Christian's always a real physical ball club to play. They're always some big linemen and tough linemen, and although it, we kind of got out at the end of the game, it certainly was a lot closer than the score indicated, but real happy with the win.
We just played real hard. I think we were prepared, and kids came out and played hard. Johnny Luter stood out more than anybody else. I think Brandon Carter and Kelly Hetherington played well also, and up front, our interior linemen played real well too, all four of those guys.
UCO Player of the Week offensively, Ryan Logan, 145 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Defensively, no question there, Johnny Luter, 12 tackles, 3 for loss, some big hitting from Johnny Luter we saw.
The next week game, we have University of Central Oklahoma versus Tarleton State.
And that is at Tarleton.